Hi, I'm Kelly Jordan and I'm here with Tackle Warehouse. We're in Clear Lake, California. We just completed the Bassmaster Elite Series event here in March. The fish are pre-spawned, they're not on the beds yet, but we're here right now and this is a beautiful lake and we're out here. We're going to talk a little bit about the Kelly J topwater. Now this isn't really the perfect time to use this bait, but by the time this video gets out there in the area, it should be perfect timing to use this bait. The best topwater season of the year pretty much is the post-spawn period, and a lot of times that's late April, mid-April, the whole month of May and on into June, and sometimes even later in northern climates. What you have there is you have the big bass, they're done spawning, some of them are protecting fry. The female bass aren't protecting the fry because the males are, but they're hungry. They're the one that dropped all their eggs. They're cruising around, they're looking for a big meal, and the brim are coming straight to them. The brim have been pasturing the whole time they were on their bed trying to eat their eggs, and now the brim are up shallow doing their spawning cycle. Perfect opportunity for a big bass that's tired and hungry to get a shot at a unsuspecting little brim and have a nice little protein sandwich. This bait, the Kelly J, really emulates a brim. It works great in that post-spawn time of year. Places you want to fish are just shallow areas like this, same place pretty much the bass have been spawning. A lot of the brim come up there and spawn in the exact same places. You know, not just shoreline grass, things like this, but a lot of time around willow trees, maybe where a limb hangs out over the water, seawalls, rock piles, boat docks, you name it, anything, you know, little cuts, little indentation, little back bays or ponds, whatever you can find. And you know, if you have a good pair of polarized sunglasses, a lot of times you can see the brim beds. You want to get around them and fish in those kind of areas, and it's great. And also, keep your eye out and look for those, you know, pods of cruising bass. There'll be little wolf packs, you know, say 3 to who knows, maybe 10 bass cruising the shoreline looking for a meal. That's when this bait's deadly. It's almost like sight fishing with the topwater. A lot of times when you find that situation, if you see one bass, you might have a chance to catch him. If you see 2 bass together, you got probably a 50-50 on catching one of them. And if you see 3 or more, a lot of times it's about a guarantee that at least one of those fish is going to run over there and take a shot at your topwater, just because I guess it's a competition between the fish in that little pack. So, that being said, bait's real easy to work. It's real easy to overwork it at the same time, meaning it's really easy to work, nice little pools. It's not you don't really give them a hard pop like you do a popper and other baits like that. It's not going to walk the dog like a Sammy. Basically, you just throw it out there. A lot of times I like to let a topwater sit for a second or two, let the rings dissipate in case there's one sitting right there, and then the second you move it just a little bit, he blows up on it. That's what you hope. But then give it like 2 little pulls. It's not a sharp pop, it's more of a little gradual pull. It's real easy, but like I said, at the same time, it's easy to give it too hard of a jab. If you're used to working poppers, you can overwork this bait real easy. So just take it easy. It's nice, it's pretty laid back, and just give it maybe 1 or 2 little shots, make some disturbance, throw some water spray up in there, then let it pause. Typically the little rip, pause for as long as you like or as short as you like, but you know, generally you want to let it pause for at least 2 or 3 seconds. Rip, or you could do 1 rip or 3 rips. It's up to you. Have fun with it. Go out there and let it happen. The fish explode on this bait and they eat it. Try not to set the hook when you see them blow up on it. Try to let them feel, you know, try to feel them and you know, pulling down on the bait. Get a good hook set on them and be ready. This bait catches a lot of big bass. I would recommend using at least 15-pound monofilament. I like Trilene Big Game line or Trilene Sensation. They're all great lines. The reason you want to use monofilament is because it floats better than fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon will sink and really hamper the action of your bait. You can use braid. I have braid on this right now, and that's mostly because I don't have any monofilament in the boat right now. Braid will work, but on a prop bait, braid can cause problems because the spinning prop, if the bait slides forward in the water, it can kind of catch that braid. You know how limp braided line is, it can sometimes wrap up and kind of makes it a little bit more high maintenance you can get away with it. You just have to watch it. But generally, most of the time when I'm throwing this bait, I throw 17-pound monofilament or 20, and sometimes even 25 if you round really big ones. Keep the bait wet, hit those little shade lines, hit those sides of docks, seawalls, anywhere those fish may be cruising around looking for an easy meal, and it'll work all summer long and all fall. Shad patterns work great too. It's an all-around bait that works great, but it really shines in that post-spawn period, which, like I said, typically is mid-April on through June, most parts of the country. So give this bait a shot. I'm Kelly Jordan, and this is the Tackle Warehouse.